Alright, welcome back everybody. In this video, I'm going to go through how we can deploy the Proxmox software-defined network to deploy Ceph cluster on top of it. So we'll only focus on deploying the software-defined network, mainly OpenFabrics that is supported in Proxmox version 9. So let's get right into it. Previously, we looked at the physical network link between all the nodes. Now I have got those links up and running. If I just do IP link, we'll see two physical network interface cards that are 10 gig. Let's check what is the negotiation speed on that. And we can see that's 10,000 megabits per second. Same thing on another node. We look at both physical interfaces. We can see that is 10 gig, which is 10,000 megabits per second. And it should be the same on another physical network link too. So yeah, let's get to deploying the SDN fabrics. So I'm using the wiki of Proxmox documentation. Here, what I have is a CIDR calculator, which is very handy for subnetting, because we do need to create some subnets for the SDN fabrics. Now, the very first step is to navigate to the data center, SDN Fabrics panel, which is here. We're going to click on Add Fabric. We are going to use OpenFabric, which is supported out of the box with Proxmox 9. We're going to give it a name, Ceph Network. And we're going to use the CIDR calculator subnet that we pre-calculated in advance. Just to give you a short demo of this, the way subnets work is the lesser the net mask number, the more IP addresses you would have. For me, I'm only going to be using for 3 nodes. That's why I have decreased the number of usable IP address counts by increasing the subnet mask, which is 64 for this. So I'm going to be using, right, so maximum length is 8. I'm gonna delete a few more characters, give it like a Cephnet, and I'm gonna key in the IPv4 prefix. As given, instead of using 10, this subnet 10.15.15.0/24, I am just using 10.0.0.0/26 instead. Optionally, change the default values for the hello interval to 1 and CSNP interval to 2. The lower numbers mean that the network will fail over faster in the case of link failures, but nodes will generate more traffic since the time between keep alive messages is shorter. Right now, the hello interval is basically 3. I'm assuming it's 3 seconds. I'm gonna be a bit more conservative and put in 2. As for CSNP interval, again, I'm gonna be conservative, and I'm only gonna put in 5. Let's create that. Well, that should create the fabric itself. Now is the time to add nodes into the fabric. In order to add node 1 to the fabric, the following steps are necessary. let's see, click plus button on the row of the fabric. There it is. So I had to scroll a bit, and I need to click on plus button, add node. This will open a window where you can select all available nodes in the cluster. The first node is already pre-selected. Okay. Next two input fields are for IPv4 and IPv6 addresses of the node. Okay. So we have to assign a static IP address here in this case. So we're going to have to put it here. Okay. So I'm going to pick the IP address from within the /26, which will be, let me check that. So the first usable IP is 1. I'm going to go probably with 11 in this case, instead of a 50. I'm going to copy this just in case, and select the interfaces of the node that should be part of the fabric. In our example, node 1 uses ENS 18 and 19. So this is the important part, folks. This is where you need to ensure that you're selecting the physical network interface card, which is 10 gig, where you're going to be creating the mesh network with. The ENO1 in this case is my management and the virtual machine communication network, so I should not be selecting that. In my case, I'm going to be selecting 2 of these, which are the 10 gig dual NIC cards. And with that, that should be it. Let me quickly scan the documentation again. Repeat this for every node. All right, so I'm gonna create another, and I'm gonna paste the previous one. I'm gonna put in 2. I'm gonna select 10 gig dual network cards. I'm gonna create another, which is the last node in the cluster. This will be 13. Make sure you're only choosing the 10 gig network interface cards. Create. And that should add all of the nodes within the OpenFabric cluster. To finish and apply the changes, navigate to the main SDN panel under Data Center, SDN, and use the Apply Configuration button. This will generate and apply the underlying FFR configuration on each node. Cool. So go back to the main SDN page. So I should be selecting Apply here. No local network changes has been done, so we can safely proceed. Still have management network connectivity to all the nodes. That looks fine. I guess this is all there is. Let me check. Let me continue checking using the wiki. So to check if our fabric converges, use the VTY SHFRR shell. Okay, let's invoke that in shell. All right, show OpenFabric neighbor. There we go. Okay, we can see that the node PO is connected to Leo. Show OpenFabric route. Cool. Okay, so it is connected to PO in this case. see from Leo side. Okay, I can see that this is also connected to PO on interface 0. And this is also on interface 0. Cool. So connected via this. Now, what about the other node, which is SU? Let's check that out, shall we? Okay. Okay, so all the physical network cards are up. Let's get virtualization. Hold on, clear the screen. virtualization. Show OpenFabric neighbor. I can see that SU is currently initializing. Okay, I'm going to pause a bit and troubleshoot behind the scene. Alright folks, I'm back and I figured out why this was stuck at initialization stage. Mainly because the MTU was set at 9,000. So I'm gonna go and change it and put it to default 1,500. So you gotta make sure that you tick the advanced checkbox here. Make sure this is at 1,500. Gotta do the same on another network interface card here. The default is 1,500 and apply configuration. Now that should by right fix whatever's happening on the node SU. Let's go and check it out. And there we go. It's up now compared to the previous one, which was initializing. If we check out the routes, so this SU node is connected to PO on the first network interface and connected to Leo on the second network interface of 10 gig NIC. Right, there we go. So this is the correct route table that should route to both to all of the nodes within the OpenFabric SDN cluster. And that comes to the end of the deploying Proxmox SDN. Hope that helps you out. Like if this helped, and please subscribe to see more of these videos. In the next one, we'll also be working on deploying the Ceph cluster within this SDN OpenFabric. Bye bye.